All right, welcome everyone to ABCs of the PGCC Education Department. My name is Ashante Bryant Foster, and I'll tell you a little bit more about myself later, but I want to thank you for coming and experiencing the 2023 Professional Studies Week. In this workshop, you will be able to, at the end of this session, identify key programs that are offered here at Prince George's Community College under the Education Department. You will be able to analyze how Prince George's Community College can support your career and wherever you are in your journey. And then finally, you will be able to act upon the next steps with Prince George's Community College as a partner. Now, to the good stuff. Who will be speaking to you today? Well, first, you have me. That's Dr. Ashante, and I serve as the Associate Dean for this division, the Professional Studies and Community Education Division, as well as I am sunsetting my time as Department Chair. Thank you. We also have Miss Marcella Celestine, and I am going to pass the mic and allow her to tell you a little bit more about who she is and what she does here at the college.
Hi, and thank you, Dr. Shante. I'm Marcella Celestine. I'm the new education program coordinator with a focus on early childhood education. What I bring to the team is knowledge of training and learning environments for adult learners. And I'm just very pleased to be here today to highlight a little bit about what we do in the education department in childcare, and talk to you a little bit about the course offerings that we have and how they will support you on your journey for early childhood education. So Dr. Shante, I'll turn it back over to you and just follow along as we go in the program, and where I can, I will definitely give some support to areas that we focus on. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So now that you've met the both of us, we want to introduce you to some of the programming here at the college using an ABC format. Why ABC? Because we're childcare, hello. But also, sometimes we hear terms and acronyms and you think to yourself, do they really think I know what that is? And so we want to spend some time with you, not just giving you a presentation of what we have to offer, because anybody could do that. But we really want to take some time to break down some of the ABCs of PGCC Education Department. So if you're ready, give me a thumbs up either on the chat or I can see you. I see those thumbs, beautiful reactions. So here we go. The first one is an A. We're starting with A. And no, we're not hitting every letter of the alphabet, just the ones that are pertinent for this time. So the first one is A, and this A, we're talking about AAT. You may have heard that term before, AAT. Well, what it stands for is the Associate of Arts in Teaching degree. So Associate of Arts in Teaching degree. Okay, so what does that mean to me? Well, if you have interest in becoming a classroom teacher at any age and stage, the AAT is the best route for you. What does the AAT have to offer, Dr. Ashante? Why the AAT of the many programs that I saw on your website? Well, first, the T reminds me of not just teaching, but it also reminds me of transfer. And what I want you to know about that is all of the credits and all of the hours that you spend here with us at Prince George's Community College, with that alone, you won't be able to get your teacher certification, but coupled with 2 more years of a 4-year program, like the amazing partnerships that we have with Bowie State University, Howard University, University of Maryland, College Park, and more, you'll be able to be done. And what's best, they take all of your credits and are supposed to apply it to your program. And we have an amazing transfer office who makes sure that that happens. So if you have any issues, you let us know. So AAT, if you want to be a classroom teacher, you can start your education here at Prince George's Community College, earning your AAT, and then taking that entire degree to another 4-year university, and then be finished with the training that you would need in order to earn your certificate and teach. Hopefully, right back here in Prince George's Community College, but wherever you choose. So that's AAT. Now, AAT is different from the next one, and the next one is AAS. Aha. So the AAS is a little bit different. It is called the Associate of Applied Science, and this one is in early childhood education. I forgot to tell you that the AAT program, we have 7 of them. 7. You can earn your AAT as an elementary education major. And we always put that special education on there because we understand that you may want a dual degree. We understand that that is a skill that is needed. That is information that is needed to be able to support students right now. So you may have an elementary AAT, or you can have an early childhood AAT. So I'm going to stick a pin right here and just let you know a little bit more and how you can figure out which one you want to choose. You're like, I don't know. I mean, I think I want to teach first grade. So this is what you need to know. You need to be able to look forward in order to know what coursework to choose. Think about it like this. If you wanted to teach kindergarten, which I thought I wanted to do, but then after my first observation class, I said, oh, no. And that's how I fell in love with middle school. But that's not what we're talking about right now. So let's say you want to teach kindergarten. You would not choose elementary AAT. Well, why not, Dr. Ashante? Well, the elementary certification is grades 1 through 6. 1 through 6. Did I say kindergarten? No, I did not. But check this. Let's say you want to grab onto the early childhood education degree. The early childhood license will take you from pre-kindergarten, so pre-K, all the way to 3rd grade. So if you're thinking you still want to be in that primary area all the way up to 3rd grade, the early childhood AAT is your best bet. And if you already know, I think I really want to tinker around with 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, elementary would be your go-to. But just like one of our participants who is earning their AAT as a secondary Spanish student, we offer Spanish. We also offer mathematics, physics, chemistry, and English in the AATs, and those are called secondary programs. And so if you want to teach middle school and high school with that specific specialty, we have that for you as an offering as well. So it's not just about little kids, it's about teaching all students. And so I'm glad that I remembered that. And we are celebrating with you as well. All right, back to the AAS. So with an AAS in early childhood education, a typical early childhood education AAS student is a student who would like to work primarily in the childcare sector. They would like to either become a lead teacher in childcare. They would like to have their own childcare, whether that's family childcare or a center, or maybe there's a center that's already built that they want to be a director of. That's more of a lane for the AAS. Although some of those credits may transfer to another university, they're more suitable for a terminal degree, meaning once you're done, now you go into the workforce and do what it is that you want to do with this degree. So far, AAT and AAS. I think we almost covered the A's, guys, and we're going to speed up to the other letters. Marcella, are you ready?
I'm here.
All right. So I know you may be wondering, if I already work in a childcare center, but I want to get my degree, but I'm already working in a childcare center and I already have my CDA, are there any opportunities out there for me? Why, yes, there are. We have here a grant called the Child Care Career Professional Development Fund. And if you fit that student profile, CCC PDF is for you. So by March 1st of every year, you have the opportunity to apply for this development fund or this grant. This grant, listen to me clearly, will pay for your classes and textbooks. All you have to do is complete a specific amount of hours of service to pay that back. But if you want to be in education anyway, aren't you already paying it back? Yes. So all you need to be doing is giving at least 10 hours a week in some type of childcare setting, be at a level 2 with a CDA credential. Hint, hint, you're going to hear about that with Marcella, and be enrolled in at least 2 classes a year. If you want to learn more about the CCC PDF grant, we will have more information and some links at the end of our presentation. There is a way to get your schooling paid for, and you can be, your major can be in an AAS or an AAT, as long as it's working with early childhood or elementary. And do you know they even have master's degrees now? So you can leave here, go to another, graduate with us, go to another school, right? If you're getting your AAT, you can go to another partnering school, which also has the CCC PDF grant, complete your bachelor's, and now they have CCC PDF funding for, that's right, your master's degree. Listen, you better get a hold of this. If you're already in the childcare field and you want to stay in there and get your schooling paid for, this is it. This is it. Now, I just mentioned CDA. Here we are on another C. I just mentioned CDA. It stands for the Child Development Associate. And I am going to take a pause and introduce and reintroduce Marcella so that she could tell us a little bit more about the CDA and the offerings we have here at the college.
Thank you, Dr. Shante. Thank you so very much. And I'm just going to speak briefly on the CDA because I want to get through the rest of the alphabet. But to let you know what that is, actually, it stands for the Child Development Associate, as you mentioned, and it's a form of credential. It is nationally recognized, and the organization that heads that up is the Council for Professional Recognition. So getting that CDA licensing or that credential is something that you build toward if you're in the child care environment. And so what we have here, just to give you an idea of what we provide here at PGCC, is our basic child care classes, our curriculum that deal with child growth and development, early infant toddler education, preschool education, even school age education. But when it comes to the CDA, we actually cover those basic programs for preschoolers, for infants and toddlers, for family child care. So you may want to ask, what exactly is the CDA? It is a credential, and it's based on not only the work or training that you've put in, but there's also a visit where they look at your work environment, and the time that you spent in the environment all gets sort of reviewed. And all of that information and part of your portfolio or outlining the classes that you've had come under a completing package of what you will have for that credential. There's also a state licensing or an exam that you will take to be able to pass the exam, to be able to put this whole package together for this CDA credential. Now, I wanted to, and I hesitate for a second, but I wanted to highlight for you the 8 areas or the subject areas that are part of the CDA. Those subject areas include planning and safe and healthy learning environment for the students. Also advancing a child's physical and intellectual development, also supporting children in their social and emotional development, also building a protective relationship with families, managing an effective program for your, again, preschoolers, infants and toddlers, family child care, also maintaining a commitment to the professionalism in this organization of child care and early childhood learning. Also observing and recording children's behavior and understanding principles of child development and learning. All of those under the CDA in these subject areas, our courses actually give you information in those areas. We are recognized with our programs to meeting that criteria, that standard for those subject areas. So depending on where your area of focus is, if it's infant and toddlers, if it's preschoolers, if it's school age children, taking our program and our 90-hour certification gets you prepared for the CDA. We also offer a class for administrators, for directors, administration for directors. Again, these hours, the 90-hour certificate program that we offer, and the additional class for directors give you those credit hours that you're needing to satisfy, I think it's 130 hours for the CDA program. So that with our curriculum, along with your exams, building your portfolio, that qualifies you for that CDA, that Child Development Associates. Okay, Dr. Shanti?
Wonderful, Marcella. And so if someone wanted to get into this right now, how soon can they do it?
Well, we have classes that are being offered in our summer program in continuing education. They can start with the prerequisite, which is our child growth and development course. It's a 45-hour course. And again, those 8 subject areas that I mentioned, these courses highlight those 8 areas. We actually meet that standard for their credentialing. So you would start with that first step, doing that prerequisite, that first 45-hour, the child growth and development, and then you would choose your area of focus. If you want to work with infants and toddlers, and that's, I think, 0 to 3-year-olds. If you want to work with the preschoolers, that's 3 to 5-year-olds, or if you want to work with the school age, and that would be from about 6 to 10 or 12-year-olds. Your area of focus, you choose one of those areas of focus, and we have a course for that, which is another 45 hours. So you see how we're building on that 90-hour for our certification, but one more course that you would take, and that would be for administration for directors, another 45-hour, that would satisfy that training you need to have under your belt to go for that CDA. We also offer preparation for the exams that you can take, that you will take, and also being able to help you develop your portfolio. So that's part of what we offer in our continuing education for early child care, early child learning.
Ooh, I am excited. I feel like I want to go and get my 90 hours done. You sound so welcoming, and we thank you for that. Several modalities. Do we have to be in person, or how does that work?
Actually, I'm glad you asked that, Dr. Shante, because since I've been aboard, I love the fact that we do have the in-person learning here on campus, but we also offer asynchronous class environments. So you can work online at your own time, at your own pace. We do also offer a hybrid form of learning environment where you can do online and also work with your professors through a remote or virtual learning environment as well. And so we're looking to build on that even more so we can have all of those classes offered in all of those different modalities. So again, you work the best way that works for your learning. And if that's in person here on campus, we're here and available for you on Saturdays in the evenings. We offer the classes online at your own pace again. And we also offer that hybrid environment of virtual learning, like a Zoom or a Skype type of environment, where you'll see your professor, you'll see other classmates, and you'll also be able to get the work done online.
So if you want to be a part of this, You had to stay to the end of the presentation so you can get all the links and all of the information. Excellent, excellent. So we had CCC, PDF, get the money, and then we had CDA, also get the money, get the training in order to get more money and be more equipped and better equipped to help students. Okay. Next one, CPS. Dr. Shanti, why do you have this on screen? CPS. Well, as we are, all educators are moving to the field of education, and my assumption is that you clicked on this link because you want to know more about what the education program has to offer. Well, we don't offer CPS. However, before we go into the schools, we have a lot of field work, and we don't just give you classes and let you go and say, here's your degree. No, we want to know that you know what you're doing. And so we allow you to go and observe in different fieldwork experiences. Oops, I think I got to F too soon. Don't worry about it. I won't tell you all that you need to know about that F word. But what I will say is that you do have to have your fingerprinting and your background check. And they want to know whether or not you've had any issues or concerns with working with children. Now, don't be alarmed if I say fingerprinting and background check and you say, oh no, those parking tickets that I haven't paid, we're not checking for that. Actually, we're not even the party that does the checks. There's a whole agency for that. But they are only screening to ensure that you are safe to be around children, okay? So parking tickets, things like that, they're not looking for. They're looking for your interaction with children, your interaction with others, your interaction with, okay? And so that's not just a PGCC, Prince George's Community College thing. When you get ready to go into your actual field of work, you'll be asked to do some of the same clearance type work. So people want to make sure that, you know, things are safe. So this is very important, and I wanted you to know. DL, distance learning. If you choose one of the 10 education programs for credit, you will see, for credit hours, you will see DL sometimes in the course search, in your course schedule, and you're trying to figure out, like, what are they trying to say? Well, it means distance learning. We need you to understand that anytime you choose a course that has a DL, that means that some asynchronous work is happening in that course. So if you are looking for a course that meets remotely in a structured way, like we are today, this is structured. We said the time, we said the place, but it's remote. That's not DL. DL is whoever's watching this replay. You chose the time to do it, you chose the place to do it, and you got it done. Now, with asynchronous work, you will have due dates. That's very important. You can't just wait till the end of the semester and decide you're going to turn everything in, right? But if you need that one-on-one support, you need to not choose DL classes. And then we have some other options for you where you can vary the distance learning experience with the face-to-face experience. But I want to let you know, because we have students sometimes that say, what time is the course? What time do we meet? Well, for this one, you don't. So if you're looking for that style of learning, which is absolutely fine and meets others' needs, then you would choose the DL courses. Let's go to one more. Now we're on E, and we're going to start moving kind of fast right now. So E for ETS. ETS stands for Educational Testing Service. So we here at Prince George's Community College are not Praxis, but Praxis is an assessment that you may need to take according to what degree program you choose. So think about that. And whenever you see ETS, that is the service provider for the Praxis test. So when you start to look for praxis and you're like, no, it says ETS. That's praxis. That's praxis. The F word. Okay, so field work. I dipped my pinky toe in field work a little bit earlier to give you a sneak peek, but field work is embedded in all of our courses, in all of our programs. We want you to see what's out here so that you can fully commit and know what you're getting yourselves into. So we have 45 hours of field work, whether you are in the AAS or the AAT. That field work is broken up into 3 different courses if you are earning the AAT, and it's 1 course that is 45 hours if you're earning the AAS. So what happens in field work? You go in, you make a connection with a center or a school, and you observe. And after a certain time, they may ask for you to handle a small group or read aloud something to the students or help redirect a student. You can feel absolutely comfortable doing that. But your primary goal there is to observe. And in your coursework, you'll have certain things that you would need to observe. And at the end, you put together a portfolio. Those classes are a 1 credit class, but they can be pivotal if we are not careful. So we don't want to say, oh, that's just 1 credit. I'll just do that later. Treat it like it's a 3 credit. Treat it like it's a 4 credit. Okay. So that is field work. And again, field work, you will need your fingerprinting and your background check completed in order to go into any public school. If you are over 18 and you're not a student of that particular district, they need to know. They need to be absolutely sure who is in front of their students. Even to volunteer, I had to do my fingerprints. So field work. Okay, we're doing good. Let me see if anybody in the chat or can come off of mute. Let me see. This looks like a smart group. Do you all know about hybrid courses and HY? Do you know anything about that? Anybody either in the chat or want to come off of mute? I see you, Moises, in here. We have Marietta. Marietta's off of mute. Tell us about it.
I'm familiar with it. Thank you.
Okay. Can you tell us if someone didn't know and they're like, HY, what's that mean? What would you say?
Oh, the hybrid classroom high flex class. Oh, no, this is hybrid. That's where you can take either distance learning, remote, or in-person classes.
Okay. And so in a hybrid format. Okay. And so thank you, Marietta. And so no, that's fine. So when you see HY on a teacher education course, that typically means if you see a HY, that means you need to read the notes. Anytime you see an HY on a course schedule while you're doing, this is early advising week also. I know a lot of you are thinking about what I'm gonna take for the summer, what I'm gonna take for the fall. Check the designators. If it says HY, go straight to the notes. The notes should tell you how many face-to-face classes will happen versus asynchronous. So with the teacher education courses that we offer, we tell you up front, we will be on campus or meeting remotely on these dates, January 6th, January 16th. We will break it down for you and tell you where to come in the notes before you pick the course. Okay? Because in a hybrid situation, typically there will be times where you meet face-to-face, but there will also be weeks where you do your work asynchronously. And so that's what we mean by hybrid. You have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then we put that together. Okay. So one tip for you, you should be able to take this all across to college. If you see a HY, look in the notes. If you're not clear about the notes, ask the question before you enroll. Okay. Hybrid. So we've had DL, we've had HY, we've had all these different modalities. Oh my gosh. Praxis. We're already to P. I told you we were going to move fast at this point. P is for praxis. Praxis core. I'm speaking to my folks that want to be educators in the classroom, in the public school or private school classroom. You will need to take the praxis and pass it. It has 3 areas: reading, writing, and mathematics. And it's core work. It's not want to be a teacher work. It is core competencies. I can read, I can write, I can compute, okay? Checking your numeracy skills. I can apply these pieces to these questions. I could break down and analyze this question what you're asking me and use my skills to get it done. So if you are an AAT student, or you're thinking about being an AAT student, and you end up with lower than a 3.0, which is fine, then you will need to take either the praxis and pass it, or we also have options of qualifying scores on ACT or SAT. But note that some 4-year colleges still want the praxis one, and praxis 2 will be in your 4-year university and before you actually are earning your standard professional certificate. So in order to earn your standard professional certificate, you would need to take praxis 2. Praxis 2 is more centralized or more focused on your specific area. So for Moises, for example, his AAT is Spanish, so he wants to be a secondary Spanish teacher. So once he finishes his 2 years at University of Maryland, once he graduates in May, shout out to Moises, then he will be able to take and pass the Spanish praxis 2. If I were to become a mathematics teacher, I would take the math praxis 2. There's one for elementary also. There's several of them. So if you go on the ets.org site, not praxis site, but the ets.org site, it will show you all of those competencies. And these assessments are offered many times throughout the year, way more times than the SAT. So just check those out. If you need to take it and you know graduation is coming up, you should take it earlier so that you can see whether you pass them all 3 or if you need to retake the writing. Sometimes I've seen folks, they only need to retake one part, and that's fine. But don't wait until May. It's a little late, okay? So praxis, here we go. RE, remote course, RE. So we've had, what have we had so far? What was the first one? Starts with the D. Somebody. DL online, okay? Then we had HY for high flex, and now we have RE for remote course. So remote courses, think face-to-face at home. Think COVID. Everybody was at home in front of the computer. If your class is at 3:30 on the computer with your teacher, remote. And it is important for you to be engaged and active with your professor remotely. Anything that you would have done face-to-face, do you sit there like this face-to-face? Or like this? Or like this? Face-to-face? No, you can't do that. So, get your camera right. If the conditions permit, engage, talk back to them, put something in the chat, use your reaction. Same thing I'm asking you to do tonight. Because they feed off of your energy and they need to know that you're there and you're receiving the information. Last but not least, I'm getting ready to brag on my department. Z is for Z cost courses. Z cost courses are just that, 0. So we have a considerable amount of courses that have embedded OERs. That should have been another one. I'm gonna go back and when I do it this and next time, we're gonna have an O for OER. And OERs are open educational resources meaning they are open to all and they are embedded into your courses. And you don't have to pay for an additional textbook. They are embedded. So anytime you see the Z, that's what that means, zero cost courses. Now we have made it all the way from A to Z, and I want you to know a couple more things before I open up the floor for questions. Summer registration is open. We have 5-week courses and 10-week courses for our 10 programs. Classes start as early as May 30th and end August 8th. That's if it's a 10-week course, but we have the 5-week courses starting May 30th and in June 30th. Okay, so we have asynchronous for you. We have remote opportunities for you. You can start. If you are considering starting, you can start this summer. We're offering TED 1200, which is the starter course for most programs this summer. So you do not have to wait for the fall if you don't want to. Did you know that we have featured best-selling authors in our division and in our department? Just saying. Last Chance Dance. Shout out to Professor Wilson. And no worries about cutoff. If you're looking, oh, Dr. Ashanti, I think I missed the cutoff. We don't have a cutoff. You can start at any term. We want you all the time. So whenever you feel like you are ready to take on the next part of your journey, go to pgcc.edu/start. Although I just got another email today with another link that we will put in the chat for the replay so that you can see that. I already told you about the modalities, and I already told you that winter, spring, summer, fall, we are here for you. Winter, spring, summer, fall. You behind the scenes, you have dedicated education transfer advisors. We have monthly partner meetings with our various partners that we have with either DC Lead or PGCPS or DC, CTE, everybody. We even have an education club that you can join and lots of guest speakers, just like the rest of this week. So we welcome you to join us, take a course with us, see what we're all about, because it's all about the children. We have a link tree that we're going to place in the chat. But while I place the link tree in the chat, and the link tree will give you the most up-to-date information about what's going on here in the education department. But while I'm doing that, I invite you to check out our quick video about all of the education pathways that we have available here in our department.
Do you enjoy teaching and interacting with children? Are you patient and nurturing? Are you interested in human development and how people learn? Then consider the education pathway at Prince George's Community College. This pathway prepares you for careers in operating a child care center, teaching pre-K through 12th grade, or working in adult education settings. Plus, we have a program that trains you to teach children with special needs.
The education pathway is for students who love children. They love to be around young, energetic, creative, bright energy. And for the students who are patient, who want to give back to the community, want to give back to the next generation, this is the perfect field for them.
Courses offered in the education pathway focus on concepts and theories of education, human growth and development, plus the practices students need to work in the field.
When it comes to coursework and classwork in the educational program, it is challenging, but if you keep up with your work and rely on your classmates and your professors, it's not as challenging as you think.
If you want to be an elementary, middle, or high school teacher, these programs will prepare you for transfer to a university to complete your undergraduate degree.
The professors in the elementary education program are very knowledgeable. They're really great resources for information, for professional development, and they're very encouraging.
If you're interested in working for the school system, the best path is probably the AAT program. You get the 2-year degree, and the courses are mapped out for you, And then at the end of that 2 years, you can transfer to the 4-year degree without losing any of your credit.
But if you want to go directly into the workforce or start a childcare business, we have several certificate programs for you.
My dream job is to open up my own daycare center here in Largo, and the early childhood education program here at Prince George's Community College is helping me do that.
Think about this. Programs in the education pathway will prepare you for a fulfilling career with a wide range in earning potential.
What I enjoy most about teaching in the education pathway is absolutely the students. When a new student comes into the program, I see me. I was a student here at Prince George's Community College. I am a resident of this county, and I've gone through the program myself. We know the education program very deeply, and we care about not only the students here at the college, but we care about the students that our students will end up teaching one day.
Whether you're planning on transferring to a university or finding a job, PGCC offers both 2-year degrees and shorter certificate programs you can complete in no time. For more information, visit our website, meet with an advisor, and start your career path in education at Prince George's Community College.
Woohoo! I told you we were all that. So that concludes our presentation. I want to open the mic and see if Marcella has anything else to share. If you do, Marcella, please share. I'm also going to put the link tree in the chat and open the mic to any questions or comments. We like comments too.
Thank you, Dr. Shante. I will just add that right now for us in continuing education for early childhood education, we've got money, scholarships, right? And so that sequence scholarship has just come in, and you could sign up for our 90-hour certification program, taking the 4 courses that you need, and that whole bill has been paid. So
say that again. Say it again. Say it again.
You can sign up and take our 90-hour certification program in any of those areas of focus that you want to concentrate on, and that bill is being paid. Now, we don't know how long this is going to last. We got a first come, first served basis, but the door is open. The window is open. Come on in and take advantage of these opportunities. I know for me, in this department, working in education and with childcare, we're constantly on the hunt for money, for funding. We want to grow what we're doing. We want to put more professionals in the field, more folks that are certified, licensed to run daycare centers, to teach even. So we're looking for the money. So we're on the hunt, and when we find it, we bring it right back to you. So please join us in taking advantage of these opportunities and working with our early childhood education and childcare program. Thank you so much.
Come and get the money. This is amazing. I mean, I already knew it, right? Because I'm the chair, so I already know that. But just to hear it out loud, like people can start their careers and be a lead. You can take these courses. You can start in the summer, be finished by the end of the fall. You haven't paid anything. And then you can go into the workforce and be a lead teacher, making good money. Go ahead, PGCC. I'm excited to be a part of it. So we have placed the link tree in the chat. The link tree is amazing. It gives you applications. It gives you direct links to all the things you need on the website related to education. We got you. Okay. So you just bookmark that link tree. You can make it a favorite either on your phone or either on your desktop or wherever it is. And then you just keep coming back to it and you keep checking it. And we're going to have more continuing education information up there for you as well, so that you can have that one place that you can go and at least have the starting point to getting what you need. Now, we want to know from you how this session has enriched you in any way. Did you learn anything that you didn't already know about the education department? If you did, place it in the chat. And we thank you for coming. Please complete our survey. We want to get better and better every single year with our Professional Studies and Community Education Week. And personally, you know, Marcella and I, we're always looking to grow as well. So please take the time, because we've left you enough time to complete the survey, and we thank you. So we will again open up the floor to hear, what have you learned that you didn't already know about the education department, and any questions.
I just wanted to thank Marcella and Dr. Ashanti. I came to support you two, really. I was in the teacher's education program. Oh gosh, my son is 22 now. He was 3. So it was about 19 years ago. And I took all of the classes. And at that time, it was only offered on the weekends. I took all the weekend courses. And I mean, it was amazing. I didn't take it to become an elementary or secondary teacher. I did it because I wanted to start my master's program as a reading specialist. And I took all the courses, and I mean, I learned so much. I loved it. Terry Bridgers at the time, I think she was the chair, and I had, oh, I can't remember. And I always tell her she was my favorite teacher. She changed her name now. Can't remember her name. She changed her name because she got married. But she was one of my professors, and she was wonderful. But I came today because I knew I would learn something from Dr. Ashanti, because I always do. And I've been at the college 22 years, but I mean, I even learned something on her, on the meetings, just on her, our division meetings. I always learn something new with her. So this is great. Now, I mean, anybody who wants to join the program now, who wants to get into teacher education now, it's really so much more condensed and much more organized now, of course, because of technology. So everything is so much better now. But just wanted to thank you, ladies. That's why I'm here.
We thank you so much. And I'm pretty sure you're talking about Professor Butler Ngugi.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
Anitra Butler. Yes.
I think she was my teacher too. I'm not sure,
Okay.
but shout out to Anitra as well.
Like 2003.
Maybe.
Yes.
Hey, ladies, I just wanted to say that I'm here to support too. I think you guys did a great presentation. And, you know, I'm trying to go around all the sessions, as many as I can get to, and support my colleagues. So you were wonderful, Ashante. Yes. And Marcella, you were great.
Thank you all so much for coming and supporting.
You know it. And don't, you know, look, I went to Percy's session today. He only had 1 student, so don't feel bad.
Oh no, the power is in the replay. And listen, that 1 student got exactly what they came to get. So
right.
No worries.
Excellent. Right. You guys are wonderful. I think you did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. Moises, did you want to share anything?
Yes, I just want to say thank you. I learned a lot with this presentation regarding my career. So moving forward, I'm almost close to my first step, and moving forward for my next step. Yeah, I learned a lot, and I appreciate your time and your dedication to share with us.
Thank you so much. And so when you all hear me screaming at graduation, it's probably because they just said Moises' name. I'm so proud.
Congratulations.
Of you.
Yes, congratulations, Moises.
Thank you. Thank you.
So hopefully you've had an opportunity to complete the survey. This is just Monday, you guys. So we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and an amazing CTE day to end out Professional Studies Week. Listen, I can't tell you. I can't even list them all, but there's some good stuff going on. If you want to get fit and get moving, see me tomorrow night at 7 p.m. If you want to learn more about, you know, just mind, body, spirit, and how to work-life balance and get yourself together, Coy will be back at 7 p.m. on tomorrow, 6 p.m. on tomorrow. Listen, if you want to figure out how to make your money stretch and have nutritious meals that you don't have to run out and get every single time, Thursday, Culinary Arts Center, face-to-face, meet me. Chef Hudson's going to be there, meal prepping, showing us how to do it. So if you are interested in any more of those evening activities, we highly encourage you. But if you are available during the day, please support our presenters and our guests. So thank you so much. Have a good evening.
You too. Bye, ladies. Bye, gentlemen. Take care.